I think it's kind of obvious, isn't it?
Is it? What's happening?
We're having a rally for Margaret. It's the last debate tonight.
Who's that? What's going on, guys?
Dead! Margaret's gonna win.
Margaret all the way!
Margaret
all the way!
Where are you from?
From Brainerd. I'm a state representative, served with Margaret for 4 years. She rocks. She's the leader that we need in the state of Minnesota.
How come we can't hear what the cheers are over here, so we hear part of it, but we don't know what we're supposed to be saying other than Margaret.
What are you doing here?
Oh, supporting probably the best person to be governor of this state.
Hello. Not a whole lot. I'm sweating and I'm out here supporting Margaret.
Mayor, what are you doing here?
What am I doing? I wander the streets randomly in my city. That's what I do. Just making sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
John, are you running for something?
I am! How about that?
What's that?
Well, I'm running for lieutenant governor with Margaret.
Hell of a deal.
Pretty exciting. Looking forward to hearing her talk tonight.
Oh, really?
And she's strong, you know.
And here's Franny, yeah.
And here's like little Franny.
Senator, the uptake's following you.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
This is great.
Yeah, that's great.
You're the husband of the bride? No.
Yes, I am.
You have anything to say?
Not really. This is just a great crowd here today showing support for Margaret. And I think this is the momentum that we're going to have carrying us through Election Day to victory.
Hey, thank you. You're so solemn.
Not anymore. I was thinking.
That seat for Matt?
What?
That seat for Matt?
Oh yeah, he's welcome to it.
I said for Matt.
Is what?
The seat, is that for Matt? No.
Wow.
What's this crew back here?
Hey. Not much, just hanging out.
Here to support Margaret.
Nothing better than doing a 95-degree day?
Come here to support Margaret. Vote August 10th.
Absolutely.
Well, kind of like you, I'm sort of. I'm just covering myself up here. So.
Just working it, 2 days to go, right?
Yeah.
You guys been out there?
Yeah.
Keith?
Do it. Hey man, hey, we're gonna win this thing for the DFL. We're gonna win it for Margaret Anderson Kelliher. That's what we're gonna do. Tuesday, be there. Vote on time, early. We're gonna win. All right.
Start moving over. Fly around is Duluth, Evelyn, Grand Rapids, and Rochester. We go to
Welcome everyone. All right, admit some of you are here in St. Paul for the first time in a long time. We're happy to have you. It's okay. We welcome you anyways to come down, spend a very hot, steamy evening here outside, but going inside to the Fitz to hear an even hotter debate with the candidate that is going to sweep the primary on Tuesday. That's going to go on to win in November. It's going to go on to change what's happening in this state, making sure that we actually are going back on the right track in the state of Minnesota. Get off the Palenti mistake. Don't have it continue under Tom Emmer. We have got to change what's happening, and there's one person in this race that I know is going to win in November, that can win, that's going to take it all the way, and that is Margaret Anderson Kelliher. Crowd. You guys are way too easy. You got to make us work for this. No, we're not. We don't want to stay out here too long. We want Margaret to get a chance to get inside, but we do want to hear from a few folks, not the least of which is our incredible congressman from the other side of the river. I'm not talking South St. Paul. I'm talking Minneapolis. Our congressman from the 5th District, Keith Ellison.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for welcoming us to this beautiful city of St. Paul. We're glad to be here with Margaret, are we not? Let me tell you, we only got a few more hours. We don't count days anymore. It is hours. And the fact is that each one of us here are ambassadors from the Margaret campaign. We're going to carry the message of including everyone in our state. Is that right? That's right. Carry the message of education. Carry the message of small business. Carry the message of coming together and solving the critical problems that are facing our state. There is one healer in this race. There's one who brings us together across the state. Democrats, independents, and some Republicans too. You better know it. And Margaret is that person. Margaret is that person. And I am so proud to be bleeding red today. Margaret Anderson Kelliher, everybody. I'm telling you. Now let me tell you, we are so happy to have not only the smartest, sharpest, funniest senator in the U.S. Congress, we have the best and the smartest who fight for the people. That's nobody other than Al Franken. Give it up for Al Franken, you guys.
Thank you, Keith. You're too kind. Actually, the funniest senator in the U.S. Senate, Amy Klobuchar, would be here, but her mother died, and I just came from a visitation, but she'd be here for Margaret if it hadn't been for that. Listen. Margaret is going to be a great governor. Yes. Margaret, as Speaker of the House, has fought for Minnesotans. She's fought for transportation and roads and infrastructure. In fact, passed a bill over a governor's veto even after we had a bridge collapse. As Speaker, she leads the caucus of state representatives from all over the state. She, as leader of a caucus, you got to know what every member of your caucus, what's on their mind, what they need, what they want. And that means she has to know what every Minnesotan in every corner of this state needs and wants. And they want jobs.
That's right.
And they want good education for their kids. And they don't want their education of their kids resting on their property taxes.
Right. Yeah.
So we have a champion here for education, for infrastructure, and for green energy, and for research and development into green technology. She's someone, a farm girl who knows about biodiesel and knows that you need a tax credit to have a biodiesel industry in this state. Franny and I have been fighting for Margaret. We look forward to Tuesday, to the victory then, and then on to November. I am so pleased to be able to introduce the next governor of the state of Minnesota, Margaret Anderson Kelliher.
Mic. You can hear it? Okay. There we go. All right. We're back working again.
Well, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank Al Franken again. I want to thank Keith Ellison for being here, and I want to thank this great mayor from the city of St. Paul, Chris Coleman, for being here. Mayor Coleman, it's great to be in your city. Thank you for hosting us tonight. It is terrific to be with you. I want to introduce to you some special people who are here with us this evening. My family is here. Patrick Kelliher, Franny Kelliher, and David Kelliher. And you know, in the last few days, what we see happening is the message to Minnesotans is we are going to get this economy rocking and rolling again, aren't we, everyone? We're going to make sure that people have the jobs that they need in the state of Minnesota. We're going to make sure that we are investing in the infrastructure of the state of Minnesota. We're going to make sure we're investing in our kids, that in front of every child, in every classroom, is a great teacher in Minnesota. Aren't we? That is our commitment. And we know that it is so important to make sure that we have a leader who can get the job done. And whether it was the Star Tribune endorsement or the Minnesota Daily endorsement or the ECM paper endorsement, each one of them said this: Margaret is the person who can bring people together. And that's why I'm so glad tonight to make sure that you know that we're bringing people together right here on the ticket. Having John Gunyu as Lieutenant Governor candidate. Bringing people together to make sure that we have what people need. We need to stand up for our senior citizens, don't we, in Minnesota? Kids in Minnesota. We need to stand up and create jobs in Minnesota, don't we? So Pearl can have a great future out there. And we're going to keep bringing people together, just as we have heard today, bringing DFLers together. I'm so proud to have earned that DFL endorsement, everyone. Thousands of Minnesotans, the power of thousands of Minnesotans coming together to make sure that we have the candidate who can beat Tom Emmer in November. I am that candidate, and I am looking forward to it. Bringing people together, bringing independents together. The polling showed I'm the only DFL candidate that brings independents to our ticket and holds DFLers right at home where we need them to be. We need to be able to do that. And we also know this. We bring Republicans together too, don't we, Ron Earhart? Yeah. So everyone, I'm looking forward to this debate tonight. I'm looking forward to the days ahead, the hours ahead. We have a lot of work to do. But you know what we know about winning an election? We know that this is all about the people power. Door, voter by voter, county by county. We're going to win on Tuesday night, and we're going to win because of you. Maybe afterwards, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, all right, that'd be great. Yes.
What are you up to? Come on, David. Words of wisdom.
A great deal of grassroots support with a great rally out here. Margaret's the one candidate that can turn out the people to get Tom Emmer back to the State House. We need Margaret. We need a DFL endorsed candidate to get through the primary. We need Margaret to get through the primary and to beat Tom Emmer in November.
I just want to know if you know the age.
No, I don't know who you talk to. Thank you. Thanks, sir. No, that's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying, you know, I like Mark. I like Matt. They're friends of mine. I know. I'm Wes. I think Margaret, because she was Speaker of the House, and when you had a caucus, you have to know what every member of your caucus needs and wants. So you're in touch with every corner of the state, because what they need and want is what their constituents need and want. And I think she's very reasonable, very rational, and a very strong leader. She was able to override the governor's veto on transportation. She has, she got renewable energy standards through. She's done a really good job in leading people.
Are you with Paul?
I'm just from LA.
Yeah, I have a white line.
Where do you live?
In Minneapolis.
We live on the outside of St. Paul.
Anyone undecided?
Hopefully Margaret Anderson Kelliher can get enough support to overcome Dayton.
You're supporting Margaret?
Her intents, I think she's got the better shot.
Sure, that's why we're here tonight.
A Democrat.
Yes.
You are a Democrat?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
No question.
Dayton or Kelliher, one of the two.
You want to tell me why?
It seems like he's pretty sure of what he's talking about. He knows what he wants to do.
Margaret!
Really?
Yeah! Was that not clear?
I'm supporting Margaret.
I'm supporting Margaret.
Sir?
No one yet.
Yeah, George W. Bush, like the rarest question asked is, are children learning? And then it's
Who are you supporting?
That's smart.
Who are you supporting?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
Okay.
18.
The story's well known, but nobody has did an op-ed on it.
Who are you supporting?
Oh, Margaret.
For
heaven's sakes.
God, I wouldn't have guessed.
I mean, it's time for a woman governor, right?
Yeah.
And she.
Hey, Steve. Hi. What do you got to say?
I'm looking forward to primary day.
And who are you supporting?
I'm supporting Margaret.
From the top, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My name is Peter Idusogay, and if you cannot say Idusogay, just say it is okay. Because in January 2011, it will be okay in Minnesota when I'm your governor. I am running as a DFL candidate. I have been on the ballot ever since all the candidates were slated to contest in the primary election. But the mainstream media and the kingmakers have kept me out of it. They are afraid to debate me. And the reason is because I speak from the heart, and I tell it as it is. And I do not offer status quo solutions. I bring bold vision and experience. And this is what my opponents cannot compete with. They have experience, but they don't have the vision. Experience reminds us of the past. Vision reminds us of the future.
And that stolen elections, both of them. Now I